feet in the air. Headed where nobody took it, who meeted me there? They tell him that he talking crazy, but he doesn't care. Being humble don't work as well as being aware. Listen up, boy, you better off eavesdropping. We already got spring 2015 popping. P&D dropping, reps of P dropping, Magic Jordan dropping, Obi dropping, not to mention me dropping. Feel like we paid the refs off, man, we fixed the game. Me and Noel been at it before Twitter names. Yeah, been on the move like the lease is up, and I can't even name.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Ty Chandler to return. And look at this return. Races past midfield. Going strong at the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings go up 6-0 here in the first. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Montgomery. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Goff setting to throw. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! Finish off their opening drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. First carry here for Aaron Jones. He breaks the tackle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. Big gain has them across the 40. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Throwing here, Darnold. His first throw is an interception. Kirby Joseph picks it. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Off play action, Goff. Jukes one defender, and he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He's throwing deep to the left side. Brought in inside the 20. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the interception into points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. They go play action on 1st. Buys time, rolling right. Throwing deep for the end zone. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Greg Reynolds to return it. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Vikings take a second quarter lead. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Reynolds with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That one gains 7. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Lions. In a nice spot, 2nd and inches. From the 38. Throw complete to Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions earn the chance to tie it before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them. And that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions tie this game at 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. First and 10. Darnold escapes the pocket. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Jordan Addison, the intended target. So it'll be second down. Darnold now to throw. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now he takes it, and he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're going to face third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Bails out of the pocket. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Lions might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
He lets a heater. He's got it inside the 10. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. And that is his third touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Bates now for the point after. And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Reynolds with a return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They send a tight end in motion. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go. Second down. They'll run here following the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, and they're left with a long 3rd and 12. Here's Gong. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's good for the Lions.
So not only do they not get the result that they wanted, but they're going to lose what could be a very valuable timeout, too. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll run again with Montgomery. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Jump off caught by his back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Montgomery goes up and over for the touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Man in motion out of the slot. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Counterplay, Jones. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd down from the gun. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Here's Darnold. He connects downfield on 4th. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, If you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Pass is caught by Addison. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings now within 1 score in the 4th. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. He's throwing for it. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Reynolds with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down. Montgomery now up the middle. No one around. He's got space. Inside the 45. David Montgomery. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
It's caught. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
For the life of me, I will never understand why you give that returner another shot after you already took one to the house. You could feel it. He's brimming with confidence. He wants you to kick the ball to him, and he nearly took a 2nd one to the house again. He now sets his team up with great field position.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Staying on the ground with Jones. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
It's crunch time now, baby. 2-score game, just 2 timeouts, plus, of course, that 2-minute warning. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down. Darnold looking to throw. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Vikings losing by 14. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Back to the air on second down. Forced out, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. Here he is to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions get it back after making their third first-half interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
A give up the gut to Montgomery. And that tackle stops him after a solid game. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, it always feels so much better dealing that one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, and also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in the change, I made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my just say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures of it. Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 545, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause bro recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tied up. Ties on the industry advice. I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in disguise. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 545, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it. Eyes on the prize just to see how far I go. Yeah. Shooting star, yeah. All over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not wet my way and go. Yeah, I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run it again with Henry. A beautiful fake. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Play action. It's Jackson escaping the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now the ball comes loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, what a juke into space. Inside the 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 64 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Henry out of the pistol. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Jackson now. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
86 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, They should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. To about the 35, second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. It'll go as a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Montgomery back to the ground. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions. Cut it back within a score. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the... Oh, this is blocked. And now the Ravens get it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
10th carry now for Derek. And the ball is knocked out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. The big fella inside the 10 and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And this is showing faith in a running back who just lost a fumble a minute ago that was returned for a touchdown. Now, some coaches might let him think about on the bench for a bit, but he's right back out there. They're showing that they have confidence in him.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Off the option, here's Henry. Muscles him off. Oh, refusing to go down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try the right side with Henry. Oh, he shifts past him. Again the juke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Henry running right. Ooh, with a juke. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they can't bring him down. A solid stiff arm. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Escapes the defender.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. To throw is Goff. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. The handoff running left, Henry. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
In motion goes Patrick.
Gone.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Goff now looking to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will cut the lead down to 15. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room.
Deontay Hardy.
He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, 71 yards. And the Lions get a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle, and it will cut the lead down to 15. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
243 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
They'll run it again with Henry. Powers through. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a handoff to Henry. Pushing his way through. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
He's still barreling through.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect. And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 34 yards. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyle Hamilton picks it inside the 20.
And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy.
Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to at least get one score back. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Again, it's Henry. Oh, some strong running. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry. 32 yards. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Again to Henry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play,
and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens just continue to roll. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. That is caught by Laporta. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Play action. It's Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Off play action. Here's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Goff. And got his man complete. And they'll get the this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And running with power here. There he goes again. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, 37 yards. And the Lions are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson. They shakes him off. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Goff now to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 73 yards. And the Lions are able to claw one back. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls. They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, yep.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. Now a run with Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Now Goff. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Goff looking to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Henry again on 2nd down. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. A first down carry for Henry. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Henry out of the pistol. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Off the option, here's Henry. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Goff now looks to throw. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going to get.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays that moments where the game plan actually worked, but overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Back to throw, Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 43 yards. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, yes, that's his third touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
They'll try and throw for it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz.
And he loses the football a second time. But it looks like one of the DBs has it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball, it's tucking it away.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Off the option, here's Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Now he's loose again, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry finding the end zone yet again. And the Ravens are pouring it on.
His kick is good.
Yet another touchdown run for him, and this one is going to put his name in the NFL record books. He's now set the new bar for most rushing touchdowns in a single game. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And this one's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
In motion goes Patrick. Now it's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Again, Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run with Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Goff on third and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 13 yards remaining on second down. Goff. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you can.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 here.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's Jackson. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive. And my goodness, another interception. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking.
That's how I be happening. This for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a man.